and welcome to Dave TV. How y'all doing, everybody? It's Saturday, the 15th of December, 2012. Oh wow! What's the big news in the radio biz in the local market? The local market. Looks like Mike Wise is saying adios to WJFK. He's the Washington Post sports columnist, reporter. I guess sometimes he's a columnist, sometimes he's a reporter, whichever hat he's got covering his bald head, whatever. But we're hearing that Mike is giving up his WJFK show over there at WJFK 106.7, The Fan, CBS-owned station. And we just reported that, there's who's it? We just reported news that some of that CBS Sports Radio stuff's going to end up on JFK. And John Feinstein, what is he? He's he writes for the Washington Post. He's based here in Washington. Does a lot of sports columnist stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him on in middays one of these days. I don't know. It just seems like a perfect fit. Maybe Mike is seeing the writing on the wall, so to speak. But anyhow, Mike Wise used to do the whole midday show from 10 to 2 there on JFK. And he has, that was with Holden Kushner. And back in April, Mike's, I guess, realizing, it's an awful lot to be doing a full-time writing job for the Post and JFK at the same, doing the JFK gig at the same time. And, in the middle of his day, he used to have to drive out to Fairfax, now to Lanham, and da-da-da-da-da. So anyhow, Mike is out. So it's Holden Kushner and Danny Rouillet, middays at JFK. I like them. I'm often listening to JFK in that 10, 11, 12 o'clock period there. And I do think that Holden and Danny do a good show. In fact, in some respects, it has more energy than the Junkies. The Junkies, I like the Junkies. They're nice guys, but I don't know. The show just sounds so laid back. And, well, listen, don't listen, whatever. The other bitch I have about the Junkies, and I guess a lot of other talk show hosts in the Washington area, is they do so much promotional shit, just selling things. And it's okay to do a little of that, and I guess you get some extra money for doing that. But when all you're doing is just shilling one thing after another, it makes you sound cheap, and I don't know. I think it hurts your credibility. You listen to Limbaugh, the whole last hour of his show, he just does these talk ads. He'll be talking about something. Whoa, did you hear there was a lady in Ohio whose identity was stolen? By the way, this identity theft service, he just does that kind of casual talk into ad things. It just makes him look dopey and dumb, and I don't know. So, and JFK, and like the other stations, they have to sponsor everything, the phone line is as a sponsor tied to it. Somebody's calling on the Hadid carpet phone line. Other big news: Thea Mitchem, head of Clear Channel's Rockville-based Washington-Baltimore cluster, heads up to New York to be the programmer for Clear Channel's music stations in New York. So, big deal. Clear Channel's a classy company. They've never, ever, ever sent me a press release. They have no contact with me. Their people don't talk to me. It's like I don't exist. And yet I probably have more news about Clear Channel in the Washington market than anybody else. But they just don't talk to me. And, she's a typical suit. Goodbye. Go keep the chair warm up there. Thea Mitchem, radio skirt, I guess. Damn good tea there. So that's that. Other interesting thing with MASN, there's a lot of talk now that the Washington Nationals may end up on another sports network come 2013. We've been reporting these long, protracted talks going on that, MASN's been basically paying the Nationals only $29 million $29 million a year for their TV rights, and now the rights are jacked up to going up to 100 to 120 million a year. And MASN, just doesn't have the bucks for that. We're here, So what does MASN do? I mean, what do the Nationals do? They got to find somewhere else to go. They could go to Comcast SportsNet. Comcast, huge company, with NBC there and all that. They could go there. They could go over to Fox Sports. Fox Sports could start a new network in the Mid-Atlantic area. There's talks there's rumors we've heard that maybe Fox Sports could buy MASN, but MASN says, no, we're not for sale. So in any case, it looks like, a likely possibility for 2013 is that MASN will have the Orioles and that's it. And then the Nationals could go somewhere else. Oh. I'd say a good bet is Comcast SportsNet. Comcast SportsNet would love to have the Nationals. And I think, that would probably mean the end of MASN 2. I mean, why would we need MASN 2 if MASN only has the Orioles, right? So, they could free up a channel there. Maybe make it, Comcast SportsNet could make a Nationals channel. I don't know. We shall see. But something's up. And, the Washington Post is reporting that Major League Baseball has asked a private investment bank to seek potential new owners for the Nationals TV rights. So something is definitely up there, don't you think? All right, folks. It's weekend, Saturday. I thought I would take another couple of pile of stuff from the massive DCRTV archive. And, I just pulled this at random. So here's what we got. Remember Vegas Radio there, Buddy Riser? Cool station there on 1520. No longer around, but for a few fleeting moments there, it was a really cool station. This is some really cool stuff here. I don't know the year on these. I think these are from the mid-'60s. Okay, 1962, duh. Area disc jockeys pick top 10 records. 1962. This was in one of the local papers. Maybe, is it the Post? I'm not sure which paper this is. It probably is the Post. We have Milt Grant. We have Jack Alex at Wheel. We have Dick Denham at Winx. Dean Griffith at PGC. Don Dillard at WDON. Bill Johnson at WUST. Bob King at WOOK. Carol James at WWDC. This is a good way to read it. I'll just hold it up in front. There you see Carol James at WWDC and Felix Grant at WMAL. And they're picking the top 10 records. That's really cool. And here's another one, another little clippy dippy here. WTOP gets Steve Allen. This is from, I'm not sure the date. It's probably somewhere in the early 60s. Steve Allen's new 90-minute, 5 nights a week program will premiere Monday, June 25th on WTOP. Okay, Channel 9. Okay, the old WTOP TV. Interesting. And we got okay, here it is. This is also 1962. Got a TV and radio grid thing here. I think this is probably the Post. Channel 4, 5, 7, and 9. Interesting. Okay, so there's some stuff. Washington in the 60s, WETA. That's a cool show. They run that every now and then. Woodrip and, my father used to call it Woodrip and Lothard. Woodward and Lothrop. A defunct Stowa. Okay, here's a cool thing. This is cool. A New York radio memory. You got a hold of it. Top hit list 1977 for WABC Music Radio 77. This was right before it flipped to talk. This was in, I'm not sure the exact year of it, but this is like one of the last years of WABC. And I remember I had this pinned up to a board there in over my desk for many years. There, hence the hole in it. But it was probably worth something. What'd you think? Harry Harrison, Ron Lundy, Johnny Donovan, Dan Ingram, George Michael, the late great George Michael, who went on to be the top sportscaster on Channel 4 for many years. He did the 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. shift. Chuck Leonard, Steve O'Brien, Bob Cruz. And the top show, the top hit of 1977, I Just Want to Be Your Everything, Andy Gibb. Number 2, You Light Up My Life, Debbie Boone. Proves that was a really terrible year for music. But WABC, I used to listen to this all the time. My grandparents used to live near Atlantic City, New Jersey, and this station came blasting down the coast there, and you'd lay on the beach with your little portable radio and listen to WABC. Great station there. And, of course, you can still hear it. It's a talk station now. It's like WMAL. Ooh. Nowhere to turn in an emergency? WTOP. Back when they were on 8:20 a.m. there. That's cool. Very cool. Very, very good. What is this? What is this? Laura Vozilla. What's this? Something from the Baltimore Sun. What is that? Why do I have... Oh, back when the Baltimore Sun actually has a little mention of me in here. This was what? 2006. Interesting. Very interesting. And another, look at this. Another WTOP thing. We moved traffic. I guess this was, okay, this was right after they moved on to 103.5 back there a couple years back. So that's kind of cool. All right. And, oh my goodness, more stuff. Okay. Don Richards, a letter from Don Richards there. Don Richards used to be an anchor on, news anchor on WTOP TV, Channel 9, back in the 50s, maybe early 60s. Those old Washington Quarter-Century Broadcasters dinner. He was a frequent guest on those. And a really cool guy. Lives out in the Front Royal area, I believe, these days. That's the news. All right, folks, that's it for Dave TV for this Saturday, the 15th of December, 2012. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, help support the site. We're still running a little bit behind on our goals for the fall quarter, which ends next week. Help us out. Send us a little buck. Send us some little bucks, tiny little dollars, tiny little ones, miniature dollars. Send them to DCRTV. Just write DCRTV in the envelope. The mailman will get it here. Click on the support link there on the top of DCRTV. Thanks for watching Dave TV. Live long and prosper.